A strange thing happened with my neighbors and me when I was a kid. I don't remember every detail since I was only about 6 or 7, but my drunk uncle brought it up once at a family gathering. Later I asked my parents and they confirmed the story. My mom knew a lot about the family I'll tell you about, so here it goes. When I was 6, my parents were friends with a couple whose names I no longer recall. They had a daughter my age, and our parents decided we should be friends. But it wasn't that simple for me. This girl was terrifying. She broke my toys every time she came over, tearing limbs off action figures and pulling stuffing out of plushies. I remember picking up pieces of my broken toys in tears after each visit, but my parents kept encouraging me to play with her. Once I lent her my favorite Transformer action figure, and it was never returned. My parents didn't make a big deal of it, laughing it off as if I'd just lost interest in it. I felt dismissed, knowing she'd taken something that meant a lot to me. My mom usually sat with the girl's mom in the kitchen, where they'd talk for hours and didn't want me around. Her mother would sometimes joke at my expense and tell my mom, "You have such an odd son." Instead of defending me, my mom just laughed along as if it was all in good fun. It was the first time I remember feeling humiliated. Every time I heard the doorbell ring, my stomach twisted knowing she'd be coming in, ready to ruin my day. Once, she brought a toy kitchen set and insisted, "We're playing restaurant. You'll be my customer." I felt uneasy, but I remember sitting there watching her cook, while hoping nothing would break this time. For once, the day ended without anything destroyed. The unsettling things didn't stop there. Once she told me in a whisper that she was keeping her dead pet hamster in a jar, hidden under her bed. She even showed it to me on one of my visits, opening the jar as if it were a prized possession. I remember feeling horrified, watching her handle it like a dark secret. Then came the day things finally went too far. My parents and hers were talking in our living room while we played nearby. At one point, she found a candle lighter in the kitchen, the long kind you use for barbecue grills. She clicked it on, grinning, and aimed it at my hand, saying she wanted to see if it would leave a mark. I was frozen, unsure if she was serious. Her dad looked over just in time, shouted, "Put that down," and ran over to snatch it from her hand before she could get any closer. She and her dad spent over an hour in our garage, as he tried to make her understand what she'd almost done, but she wouldn't even apologize. I don't remember if they visited again after that. All I know is that one day I finally felt a sense of relief that I didn't have to see her anymore. My mom later suggested reconnecting with her, thinking it might help me get over the fear she caused, but I'd rather not risk finding out if she's truly changed.